Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind D&D at 12 FPS, but I definitely didn't sleep through the first time round. This is... I forgot the name. Hold up, I'm opening the announcement. Are you a detective now? That's the name of the FPS, baby. I'm Staria. I don't remember if I said that before. And I will be playing, Roboto, a favorite dipshit robot who's learning to be less of a dipshit. Anyways, will my friend and beloved uh co-conspirator introduce themselves and their character?
Hey, I'm JayJay and I'm playing Drew today, the other dipshit robot running around this server. um,
Yippee!
Whether or not they are learning to be less of a dipshit remains to be seen.
Two of them, like that one image. Anyways, um, it's probably like like a day or a couple after the events of that of
Yeah,
freaking mechanical dissonance. Because boy, that sure was.
yeah. Highly recommend going and listening to that first, though. Otherwise, you might be kind of confused. Or don't. It's your life.
Yeah, it's whatever, man. But it sure is a game that I DM'd.
And it was good.
It was. It was a game. Anyways, um, so Rada's gonna is, I think he's chilling at Moria's office because I think literally everyone will hunt him down if he goes anywhere.
We are going to hunt you for sport in order to make sure that you are selfing your care after all of that. Um,
Yeah, and he's fine to like chill and like actually be with people now instead of being a self-isolating little shit.
yeah. Uh,
And Drew, you probably got like directions to where Moria's office is.
yeah, because everybody went there after the events of Mechanical Dissonance in an attempt to unwind a little bit because, wow,
Yep,
that was a lot.
that sure was.
um, so Drew has made their way to Villestown in order to make sure that Roboto is still, in fact, selfing his care because
Hmm.
after a while, after being at Maria's office, Drew went home. Drew does not live here. Drew lives in Toontown. Drew went home, so now they're back to antagonize you, and by that I mean making sure you're selfing your care.
Yep.
um, should I roll survival to see if I make it to Moria's office, or am I just allowed to go there
I think
today?
you're just allowed. You got directions. I'm not gonna bully you that much. I'll save the bullying for later.
I will attempt to not worry about that anyway. So Drew makes
I
their
say
way.
as if I actually. I say that as if I actually have anything planned.
I would not know, but I don't know what you hide in your sleeves. Um, but
Cool. I don't have any.
Drew does make their way to Moria's office and will go inside.
Yeah. Probably. If he like knocks or something, I'm gonna say Roboto's gonna open the door for him.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so Roboto opens the door and Drew is just, "You're still here. That's good."
Yeah, of course I am. Well, it's not obvious because previous of it, but I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
How are you feeling,
Um,
Drew just right out the gate is not even in the door yet. Just
Uh, feeling better, I think. It's, it's
stuff.
not really a physical thing. It's like, I'm hanging out with the gang, the guys, the lads.
Can I come in?
Of course, yeah. Just, yeah. Roboto voices is going great. Friendly reminder that Roboto has a -1 in charisma.
It's okay. He's only going to get bullied today, so or at least that's Drew's intent. But they will step inside to the office.
You wanna get something? You wanna eat something? I can probably pick you like tea or something, like probably some snacks.
Um, no, I'm fine. I'm mostly just here to check up on you.
Cool. And he'll just like flop back on the couch. It's like, yep, this is where I have been for the past few days.
um, um, because I do not actually know what the layout of the office looks like. Is there like more than one couch? I have no idea what the inside of Moria's office looks like.
Me neither, honestly. I'll just say yes.
Okay. I think then Drew will sit down on the opposite side or like the opposite couch facing Roboto. Um,
Hmm.
and it's very much like the kind of you go over to your friend's house for the first time and you're afraid to touch anything sort of. Drew is afraid to touch anything here.
No, buddy.
On top of the like huge layer of awkward tension laying over this conversation because how do you even begin to address what the hell all that was?
Yeah, how do you unpack all that? How do you.
um so that sort of awkward tension just sort of hangs in the air for a minute as Drew attempts to figure out how to even go about this. God, there are so many things that they want to ask and they can't pick which one to start with. Let's go with so you uh are you like a detective now? Is that
I
like
hope not. That'd be a very drastic career change that I haven't realized.
but you work in Moria's office?
I I mooch around. It's not much really. Well, I help her in cases, but like you know, it's like usual stuff around here, where it's like person hires someone to do said thing.
Drew kind of
You know.
nods at that. You never mentioned well that, but also the aberration cases before. Uh, are they always like that?
Usually, they're usually less near casualty ish. There's usually more. He's like, how do I? He's like trying to think on how to explain this. It really depends on the person. So like,
But there are similarities between the
Yeah,
cases. It seems like
yeah,
the others knew what to expect before we went in.
yeah. There's some key things that are like similar.
You guys must handle a lot of those if they knew pretty easily what it was.
Oh, they pop up all the times.
You do not have to roll insight. Like, there is a concerned look that crosses Drew's face, but they are attempting not to worry about it. uh, just what causes them? Maybe causes isn't the right word, but how does it start?
I well, I'm not the right. I might not be the right person to ask that. That's gonna be a good question for Mr. Detective Moria. But what I gathered is like person in trouble slash emotional turmoil slash whatever, and then some kind voice person, like he does like air quotes, like comes to them and like talks to them and like they, I don't fucking know. It's like the voice thing influences them and turns them into that.
Do they all look like that, or was it just you?
Well, they all look. He like gestures vaguely, like some sort of like you know manifestation of their thing.
You can see like the concern rising because like Drew has not seen any other aberrations, but Roboto's sure did look.
It sure looked concerning, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, ain't that fun?
Drew doesn't have time to unpack all of this right now.
Roboto, who doesn't know how he looked like. I'm not gonna think about that.
um, I. What all did you? What all do you remember from it? Do you remember any of it?
It's like I remember like vague feelings. That's like around what it was like about, sorta. Cause mine, if I understand the bitch correctly, was about uh being left alone and all that, and that's what I felt like, alone without anybody. And I think it was like a weird like sense of peace, but not really. Like I didn't feel anything. That's for one. Uh yeah.
The concern is like everything you say is just making them more and more concerned.
This is so fucking hysterical. Roboto keeps digging his grave and I hand him a shovel.
um, just uh, uh, you do realize that none of us are going anywhere, right? Like this is a thing you understand.
There's like a long silence. Just like Roboto like looks away.
I mean, I think it would be fairly obvious considering what we went through to make sure you were okay, but I I want to make sure that you know that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Make an insight check real quick.
Oh, yay! Something Drew may or may not be good at. Um, okay, it's still +7. Okay. Yeet.
Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. Um, Roboto's like looking to the side because like the unsaid thing isn't that he was afraid of being left alone, is that he wanted to be left alone. He
mm.
wanted to be alone, and
That didn't work out, did it?
did it? Yeah, just it certainly
um,
didn't.
I guess I will also ask, can Drew tell whether or not he still feels that way, or if it's gone
He,
now, or if it's at least like something he feels less
I can't really say about that.
valid. Um, she takes this information as like, oh, I don't like that. Uh, would you have rathered if we hadn't shown up?
Listen, I don't know. It's been a like decade since I've like known more than one person. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's been and he's like trying to think, just like when was the last time he had
Friends?
yeah,
Oh, gee. Do you want
used to
him?
all that stuff.
Do you think maybe you want to talk about the fact that you haven't had friends in like a decade?
Oh, more than that.
More than a decade?
Like a like fix again, like. And this is me trying to check my lore real quick. Don't mind me.
Again, everything you're saying is steadily more and more making Drew concerned.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Ravada's really not making himself look good here.
mm-mm. The concern is astronomical. Oh, Lord.
I can't remember. Can't remember what number it was. Okay, I'm gonna say that the smaller number, so I'd
Mhm.
be a little less concerning, even though it still fucking is. Um, it's been like what 30 years. Like
Like, it might be less concerning in retrospect, considering there is in fact a bigger number there, but Drew doesn't know
listen, the
that.
other number was 50.
Roboto digging his
Pick your
own
fucking
grave.
poison.
Either way, the concern is very apparent. Uh, just is there? You don't have to answer, but like, is there a reason for that, or just life didn't work out that way?
It really worked out. Like stuff happened. Um, but hey, like past 2 years or so, I've been getting friends because I'm here now. Ooh. He's just like jazz hands.
um, do you want friends though? I mean, you
Yeah, I think. Like, it's all very new to me.
I can imagine, but not having friends for multiple decades and then suddenly having what appears to be a very decent support system is an incredible shift.
You think? And it's like not even hiding the like sarcasm.
I,
Yeah, you think, buddy? You think?
Drew gets this sort of like deadpan look on their face, like, look, I may not have had friends for 30 years, but I definitely don't remember any friends I used to have.
Well, I guess the conclusion here is that we do now, I guess. I mean, we're friends, right? That's
I would hope so.
cool. Can never be too sure, right?
I guess in some cases, no, you can't be too sure. But I would hope tagging along with a bunch of strangers that I don't know, plus Tangy, would
Plus Tangy.
would be
The
proof.
Roboto just like nods sagely. Plus Tangy.
You knew one person going into that mess.
I knew one fucking person.
Um, would be proof enough that at the very least I care about you and consider you a friend.
Yeah, I didn't mean to like doubt you or anything.
Not to
I
mention,
don't know how to do this whole thing, you know, like, like gestures at like the air, just like
I mean,
Moria will actually suplex me into the ground if I don't talk about shit. So like, I'm trying.
in the back of Drew's mind, they are certain that Moria could suplex Roboto if she really wanted to.
She absolutely fucking could. She has like plus 13 to athletics.
I'm learning things today.
Yeah.
um,
She got
wild,
stupid athletics.
wild. She could, yeah, yeah. Um, just and I mean, I've been gone a couple days, but I'm under the assumption that you're doing a good job. I mean, you're still here and you're not back at your apartment already self-isolating again.
You know what actually kill me for that if I did that? He would just kick a he would probably kick a ball through my window.
Judging from what little Drew has learned about Camille, that sounds right. Camille just was like threatening to bite people the last time. So like that's another thing. Do detectives just bite people for fun? What goes on over here?
No, I don't think it's a detective thing. I don't know what Tanga was on about, but it is a little gremlin child thing, and Camille.
Drew just nods and the like. Drew is aware that sometimes people are just like that.
Yeah,
And that is,
sometimes people are feral.
yeah. um, the awkward tension settles back over the conversation as Drew tries to figure out how to how to keep going or like parse through without Roboto digging his grave even further. The problem is that he's already so deep in the hole that
Yeah, he's so deep in the fucking hole. He's already six feet deep. We don't need 12 more.
Drew would like to get him out of the hole, but is not sure where to even fucking start. um, just uh, uh. So where do we go from here?
That's that's a bloody good question.
I mean,
Um, I think the only appropriate answer would be forward, but like that's stupid poetic stuff.
you guys have worked on aberration cases before. What happens when you know the smoke settles?
Well, usually that's that. It's over, I think. Like Azumi had concerns over the fact that I was targeted, considering I'm relatively close to Detective Moria and the gang. But like, from what I gather, that's like after a case is solved, that's it. Now that like they've been the aberration has gone like talked out of it, it's time to actually solve the fucking problem.
So how do we go about solving the fucking problem?
Well, that's a good fucking question, which I still don't know.
You're kind of like size, like they're used to like having problems with no answers or solutions, but because they do not know next to anything, everything they've gained knowledge wise about any of this has been from osmosis. So,
Goodness.
like,
And from Roboto saying, I don't fucking know, man.
yeah, that's just like, okay, so I am working with nothing. How do I solve a problem with nothing? Um,
It's a nothing sandwich.
what are you, an idiot sandwich? Okay. Um, there has to be a reason besides just not having friends and then suddenly having friends. That it has to be more than that.
Well, yeah, of course it's more than that. I'm trying to work on it. I'm trying to figure it out.
I mean, if anyone can figure it out, it's you.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, we can't exactly invade your mind to figure it out. We can only be here to help you through it. If you want us to, that is.
Yeah, I just don't. I just don't know how. I already dug my own fucking grave deep enough.
Now we just gotta figure out how to get you back out.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's probably something that we'll need to work on. You get the feeling that if Roboto was a toon, he'd be sweating bullets.
Drew and the Drew that lives in my mind is screaming like, "Please make him go to therapy." And I'm like, I cannot make Roboto do anything, but um Drew's not great when it comes to tension. I've figured out, but
Well, maybe on to some less serious stuff. We can go back to talk about serious stuff later.
everything you say makes Drew more concerned. Drew's like, wow, this feels like you're dodging the subject, but anything to get rid of this tension at this point. Um,
Yeah, Rapato's trying. However, he has syndrome foot and he has foot and mouth syndrome. It's chronic
it's
or
chronic.
terminal. It's terminal.
It's terminal. Oh, shit. Yeah. I took like a month off of work for
Nice.
this.
What? um.
Then again, I was getting yelled at for working so much, so maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah. You done any tinkering lately?
Whenever I have free time, yeah. Nothing concrete or coherent, though.
That's understandable. You know, I've been thinking about the boat ride.
The boat ride? What about it?
Do you think I could make a pool?
Are we really doing this right now?
Well, we wanted to erase tension, so what's the best way to erase tension?
Oh
Gotta lose
my
all the brain
god.
cells.
I'm so ready for this. She sort of gives you this confused look and is just like, to swim in?
Like, we we haven't done something together in a while. We can build something. We can build a pool, right? How difficult can it be? It's like it's a hole with water in it. We can put like fish in it or something.
I mean, well, to my knowledge, fish aren't supposed to be in pools, but also, does where would we put it? Do you have things to? Do you have the supplies? Drew is suddenly like, "Are we doing this right now? What's happening? What?" There are logistics here that are not being considered.
Roboto is literally just rambling about stupid things. Just like, ah, yes, good old Roboto.
I
You can
love
really tell
him.
he returned to himself
I
when
love
he's
him.
talking about stupid shit.
Um,
How about, like, okay, maybe not dig the pool, but like, there's like inflatable pools, right? It's like,
I mean, yeah, there are
it's,
above ground pools. That is a thing. It still doesn't answer whether or not we have a place to put it or supplies to build it with.
uh, mm, well, he's like, thinking. God, this is so stupid.
I mean, I know that you have a lot of supplies in your apartment, but I don't know if you have everything for a pool. I also don't know how to build a pool.
How hard can it be? It's like big. It's like building a bucket, but big.
You do not have to roll inside. Drew internally is like, I've never built a bucket. I've never needed to build a bucket. What?
God, this is so stupid.
I guess we're doing this. Do you want to go see if you have stuff for it?
Well, maybe not now, but like it's a fun idea for enrichment for later us.
I'll look into
Like,
bringing supplies next time.
oh God, pool FPS. God,
Oh
this is
my
so dumb. This is
gosh.
so fucking dumb.
I want to put it
We're
out
going to
there on
flood
the record.
Vilstown.
I,
We're gonna fucking flood Vilstown.
I would like to put it on the record that this idea came from something Starry and I did years ago in a Minecraft server.
Yeah. And I tried to make a pool in my house and flooded everything.
I came onto the Minecraft server and the first thing you did was say that I flooded my house.
Yeah, I'm just like, I've made a mistake.
And then I accidentally flooded half of the main area, the spawn area. So it's fine.
Yeah.
This can only mean good things for the future of Vilstown.
Yeah, tune in for the next FPS where Roboto and Drew flood Vilstown. I fucking guess. Oh, goodness.
We'll worry about that later.
We'll worry about that later. Yeah, it's fine.
That's a logistics problem for me that exists in the future.
Good lord.
Oh jeez. Uh, uh, Now that the like Drew is like internally like I have to figure out how even remotely to build a pool, and also what do you need to build a pool. Drew is
We
not
can
even
like
thinking
make
about
it a pool on wheels, and like portable pool. You know,
I
rocket
mean,
fuel pool.
rocket fuel. Where are you getting rocket fuel?
Don't worry about it.
This is like
Same place we're
concern.
getting the rockets.
This is concern in a completely different direction. Like, why do you know where to get rockets and rocket fuel? What?
Worry about it. No, it's fine.
I mean, I guess it takes away the question of where we're gonna put it. Don't have to think about it if it's on wheels.
Yeah, it's portable. It's
Where are we gonna put it though when we're not using it?
yeah. That's the problem for future us.
And Drew gets this grin on their face, like, yep, they're okay with not having to think about it right now.
God,
they
they're
have
so stupid.
they are very slowly discarding their brain cells.
Yes, Roboto's stupid ideas are a fucking like trigger of both of them losing their brain cells entirely.
It's one of those, hey, what if we did this stupid thing? And Drew's like, I'm in. Everyone else around them is screaming, but it's fine.
It's like, oh god. Good, good lord.
Um, I think Drew will stand up and like straighten out their hat and their cloak and just. I think I'm gonna go home and try to figure out how to build a pool, and you can figure out how to put it on wheels and make it rocket powered.
Sounds like a deal to me.
um, they will cross the office to go to the door, and then uh, pause for a minute and just, are you sure you're gonna be okay?
Yeah, I promise. I'm not letting this happen again.
Uh, Drew will nod, but it's like that kind of nod that's like, I trust you. I believe what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Like
before.
hesitant but like
Yes.
trusting.
Yes.
Willing to trust.
Yes. Um, oh yeah, because Roboto doesn't know about the teapot incident either.
The what?
Oh yeah, so this is becoming a common problem for Drew in that their friends are sort of disappearing or having things happen to them, and then bad stuff happens. Um, for example, Two Truths and the Lie was Lau getting stuck in a teapot for like months.
Oh my god?
By the time that Drew, Austin, and Chifley went to check on him, he'd already been in there for months. And that was a
Hello?
lot that barely got unpacked. And then, Drew tried to call Roboto and he didn't answer. So this is a whole can of worms that is developing.
Oh boy.
But Drew is
But
willing
hey,
to trust Roboto.
if you want the magical therapy stick,
But this is
that's what AI is here for, baby.
But this is a comment. This is the hesitant to trust because wow, this sure does keep happening. And though Drew doesn't know it, it is also currently happening because somebody else has the teapot now. Um,
Oh god.
they don't know that though.
Ah, the fuck. And this fucking cursed teapot.
Yeah, so this is a problem, but Drew is willing to trust that Roboto, can take care of himself, and
He's a big boy.
he's a dad, cough, cough. But Drew will nod and then exit the office to leave with like a very small wave.
Rada will wave back.
I do not have anything else after that, primarily because Drew didn't even get to yell at Roboto for all of that. So that can be a different
he
can of
just
worms later.
he just grew ever more concerned about his
Mm-hmm.
dad's well-being, and hey, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. But Drew is also aware that Roboto is like a lot older than they are and can probably handle himself. Probably. But
Maybe, probably. I I think.
Though they are internally glad that he is staying at Moria's office for the time being. And that all the detectives are making sure that he self his care.
Yeah, I think that they would actually kill him if he did.
Yeah, but that's all I have for right now.
I think that's all I also have for now, cause I didn't have anything planned either.
I had very little planned, but it's fine. We now have a setup for pool FPS, which is something we've wanted to do
God.
for a while. So
God, how many years has it been? Like,
two since the
oh,
Minecraft thing happened, like two.
yeah. Oh goodness.
To this summer, I think. It's been a while, so
God, time fucking flies, man. What the hell?
time flies when everything happens all of the time.
Everything happens so much.
But with that, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you to Staria for playing this with me.
Thank you for doing this bullshittery with me.
There's more bullshit to come in the future. Don't even worry about it.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yep.
But for now, bye bye.
Bye.